welcome back again. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So, internet review words are great, but what's better? A review actually living with the product. Today, we are doing a deep review of the CCA Polaris, but not an unboxing. I've been using this as the as my daily divers for the past few months, like since Ramadan, talking them on communicates, using them for long game session and pumping hours of music through them. Okay, when this first came out, everyone has hyping about this EM. Its budget price, tag and two tuning switch. But how did they actually hold up in the real world after the honeymoon phase is over? It's actually comfortable for hours straight. Do the switch become night? In this video, I'm giving you the honest truth about what it's like to actually own and use the CCA Polaris day in a day out. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start with comfort and durability of this thing. Because even AM hurts your ear, it doesn't matter how good it sounds. After week, after months of daily use, I can confidently say the air, I can confidently say the ergonomic shape of the shell is a double-edged sword. On one hand, the fit is incredibly secure. It locks into your ear and creates fantastic passive seal. I've worn this on noisy trains, and this block out of a surprising amount of low frequency just by flirting deeply into the ear canal. But here's the real world caveat. The nozzle is on the tracker and longer side. For the first day, like for the first few days, after about 2 hours of continuous listening, I start feeling a bit of pressure in my ear canal. If you have similar ear, this is something you will notice. I actually ended up swiping the soft silence tips for a pair of Sutter aftermarket ear tips, and that's completely fixed the fatigue for me. As for durability, the face plates have been tossed into a backpack and pocket without a case a few times. Don't judge me. And they've held up surprisingly well. A major scratch and then present body still look as crystal clear as they want. Now let's talk about the cable because you've you have to deal with it every single day. As I use this more and more, the stock cable become least favorite part of the package. Is that flat? It's that flat. Look at this. It's really flat. Silver plates cable that CCA and KZ love to use. Well, it doesn't get tangled into an impossible knot. It does have some memory retention, meaning it stays a bit nigged from how it was folded. Also, the ear hooks are a bit stiff. It takes an extra song get them perfectly settled behind your ears when we are in rush. If you plan to buy the Polaris, do yourself a favor and budget an extra $10 down the road for certain. Ready to pin cable? If it completely, it completely transform the daily user experience. Right. Let's talk about the sound performance after the driver has had time to settle in and after I've tested in across multiple genders. The CCA Polaris feature a 10 mm dual cavity dynamic driver with those for tuning switch. Let's be honest, when you first get it, you play around with switch for an hour and then you find the setting and leave it there forever. That's actually what I did. My preferred every setup turned out to be the standard. I'll switch down like this. It's like bass boost here is how it actually perform in dial listening. The bass on this is the star of the show. If you're listening to modern pop, hip hop, or electronic music, punch and sub bass rumble are incredibly satisfying. It gives tracks a massive, energetic feel. But how about mid-range? After listening to a lot of acoustic and indie tracks, I noticed the that the vocal are slightly pushed back in a V-shaped sound texture. It's not moody, but if you are someone who like to intimate forward male vocal, there might feel a bit clean or detached. The treble has plenty of energy. In the first few days, I thought it was about bit too sharp on high volume. But over time, entire due to my ears adjusting of the driver breaking in, it's out. It gave you a sense, like a nice sense of clarity and detail without making your ear bleed. Then, aside of music, I use the Polaris heavily for watching YouTube stream movies and gaming. For movies and anime, that heavy bass response is awesome. Explosion and cinematic soundtrack sounds massive. But what it really surprised me after long-term use was gaming. I played a lot of competitive shooter with this because the imagine, the ability to tell where sound is coming from is quite sharp. I could easily track footstep and directional gunfire. The sound stage is super wide, but the accuracy is there. If you want one cheap EM that can transition from Spotify to Discord and gaming session, simply it does it easy. It's after quick of real world things, here's my final breakdown. What I love sounds is incredibly fun and engaging for every casual listening. The Switch actually let you fine tune the treble and the bass to match your preference. Then, the massive noise isolation is great for communicating. That annoys me, like the minus of this product is the stock cable feels cheap and holds keys. The long nozzle can cause ear fatigue during long session if you have several ear. This EM not a natural EM, so don't buy this if you want a flat sound for audio editing. Mm. So that's the end of today. Does CCA Polaris survive the hype after months of use? My answer is yes. For around $35, it offer a level for fun. Level of fun, detail, and versatility that is hard to beat in the budget tier. It's not perfect, but it's a flawless. It's the fuse are is flexible with a cable and tip sweep and tip swap. If you want a punchy, reliable daily driver, it gets thumb up for me. If you've been using the CCA Polaris, let me know in the comment how it's holding up for you. Don't forget to drop like it. This real world review help you out. Subscribe for honest audio content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.